Hey,
We are
what you do?
gonna go live in five,
It's because I
four,
have a shirt.
3, 2, 1. Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another quarantine edition of a Better Things to Do podcast. You got your boy Jay Z Prods. What up? You got your boy right here to my right, Big Booty Yuli with the glasses, the 2020 vision for the year 2020.
I'm blocking
And
out the haters, and I can see all the haters.
oof. And then we got our boy Noe, no soul double underscore. This time the text is fixed. We're good. And here we go. Yo, so the intro just rolled. Nice intro made
Oh,
by
we have such a good intro.
yeah, our boy no soul double underscore produced it. Follow him on IG.
It has me every time.
I'm not sure why no soul double underscore is just staring at us.
I'm trying to just take it all in.
Take what all in?
My
The
baldness,
the vibes, the atmosphere,
the universe, where we are
grapefruit,
in
grapefruit.
alignment.
I just came from my parents' house and I had a like a hour long conversation with my sister about like what's going on in the world from the coronavirus
Hmm.
to the declassified UFO videos from the Pentagon and Charles Manson, and we went deep on some um some government conspiracy theories.
Charlie Manson. What's in the news about him?
Well, it's not about him. It's Ted O'Neill, I believe is his name. He wrote a book that just came out called Chaos, and he pretty much talks about how the whole Charles Manson thing was a CIA operation. That he was some random that they picked off the street, and they basically threw him in the MK Ultra program, which was meant to brainwash people, and then they just made him like they trained him to be a cult leader. And this guy Ted O'Neill wrote a book that he's been writing this book for the past 20 years, and he said like if anyone thinks that my book is like BS or that anything here is made up, he at the back of the book he has 60 pages of sources of where you can find all kinds of documents. And I know Noe is all deep into criminology, right? So
Hmm.
so you might want to check that out because I think that's your cup of tea.
Interesting. I have a question.
Yeah.
Um, was he part of this cult at all, or he was just a guy who was like, "This looks interesting. Let me."
So he used to work for a magazine. I forget what magazine it was, and so they asked him to cover I think they asked him to cover Charles Manson. I don't recall his backstory, but it was something along the lines he worked at a news at a magazine. They asked him to write an article on Charles Manson, and then he was like, "Wait, whoa! Like the story that the media is selling us isn't like the real story at all." And so he just went 20 years deep with his research after that.
Interesting, interesting.
Yeah.
Uh, that's a lot of.
Been
See, oh, no, go ahead. Noah.
I've just uh cult video.
Oh, we're gonna need you to speak a little louder. You're like cutting in and out.
I've been watching a lot of cult videos lately.
Ooh, like what?
Like in
What's your top three?
Waco, Texas, probably top.
Oh yeah, that's
Wait,
a
wait,
wild one.
Waco, Texas,
wait,
because there's
wait.
so much.
I'm not informed on Waco.
Well, I was about to explain it before you interrupted.
Oh, go ahead.
Natural. Um, it's a religious cult where this dude who changed his name to David
Uh,
because it's like a biblical name. He like joined a religious sect in Waco, Texas, and then got really like into it, and then eventually took over the cult or the group. Then it was a group,
Uh-huh.
and then took over their, and then started kind of doing the same bullshit too, where they're like, "Oh, God came to me in a vision, told me that all the women need to have sex with me."
Why is it
So
always sex?
I know. Why does
it's
everything always end up like spiraling down to like sex?
it seems like a lot oftentimes dudes who can't get it normally. So their solution is to create a religious sect so they can have simple solution. I think, right?
That's, that
instead of
that seems
instead of
like a lot of
trying,
work.
yeah, I was gonna say like instead of trying just a little bit to maybe like I don't know, make your sound a little desirable. He tries even harder and like tries to brainwash people.
I mean, like it's
It's
so simple nowadays. There's Tinder.
no,
Like
no, no, no.
I don't.
It's like an investment. You work
Mm.
now, but then by the time you've reached God status, there's no question. All of that is yours now.
But then at that
Even
point,
if
that's when everyone wants to take you down.
no, 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 no. That's not how these religious cults. You are essentially God to these people. So, like, if a
Mm.
couple were to come in
Mm-hmm.
fully bought into what we're saying, the guy could be like, "Hey, God came to me in a vision last night, told me that I need to bang your," and they're both gonna be like, "God said, then it must be as it is God's will," and that's usually how it goes down with all of these. And it's even crazier for kids that grow up in this environment because that's all they
Oh.
believe in.
That's true.
So even when you take them out of that, they don't know what normal life is. They don't know what normal not believing in this one dude as the messenger of God is. So everything outside of that cult seems like bullshit because that's all they know.
Yeah. Damn, that's a trip. Yeah,
No.
I can definitely see like how as a kid if you're born into that, it's kind of like when someone goes to prison for like a long time like in the 60s and they're now coming out like they're like what's an iPhone? Like the
Oh, true.
What they're like, what's a cell phone?
all they've known is like not an iPhone.
What's the internet?
Yeah, like I think it must be like a super shock to come out of prison and like as a kid growing up knowing that this is how life is and then all of a sudden being like no dude there's like all these other things that you've been missing out on.
So he had to be
It's
like in like solitary confinement because sometimes in prison there's TVs and there's like news. I'm assuming. I haven't
well,
been
it
to prison,
depends.
so
It depends. So I have not been to prison, but I did study criminology.
mhm.
I took a class called Miscarriages of Justice.
Ooh.
It's basically a bunch of people got sent to jail for what they didn't do, and there's like a multitude of reasons. Normally, lack of DNA evidence the time they went to jail.
Mhm.
DNA wasn't a thing. Well, it was a thing, but like use for solving crimes wasn't. So usually it'll be like a case or rape case. They'll get sentenced to years in prison. Some old lady was like, "Yeah, that guy." That's all they needed. They didn't even bother checking whether or not it was. They would go into jail, get exonerated, and then come out of jail and not know what world they're living.
Yeah,
there
that's crazy.
there was a show like that on Netflix, no, like making of a criminal something like that.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I didn't watch
maybe, but that's like
it.
Captain America too.
Ah,
How he was
oh,
frozen. I gotta relate it to what I know. So Captain America, you know, in the 40s, fighting Nazis, superpowers. You know, there's tanks and these crazy like alien weaponry and stuff. He gets frozen. He comes back. He's in New York Square, Times Square, and he's like tripped out because someone had a phone. But he wasn't tripped out back in the day by all the alien technology. Nah. Same thing, no? Or am I like, did I go that way?
I like how my full semester at a UC reading a 200-page book is the same as watching the first Captain America movie.
Captain America is layman's term.
I gotta explain it to the people
Okay.
in people terms.
For
But
all
yeah,
those non-criminology majors.
well then that means you just gotta watch some documentaries or something.
True.
Because I watched one called it was a doomsday cult in New Mexico called Strong City.
Uh-huh.
And it made me laugh because like the dude, the main cult leader's, and he has a son, and his son's married, right?
To his daughter.
It's no, just a regular woman. That's not where the funny part.
Oh, okay.
He's very much like of the same bill as the Waco.
Uh-huh.
He's God hits me up on the Discord at night and is like, "Yo, we need to talk some stuff. I need you to do this. Come back to me, right? Right?" And he goes. And then one night he was like he had fallen. And it's funny because like he doesn't mention this. His son mentions it to the documentary guys that his dad hooked up with his wife.
Wow.
So the dad hooked up with the son's wife.
And the son knew the whole time?
Yeah. But okay. This is how the explanation is what threw me off. The documentary guys are like, it's like some British dude, and he goes up to the cult leader, the cult American. He's like, Michael, your son told us that you had an affair with his wife. What was that about? And then he's like, well, you see, I was sitting like this, and then I got up like this, and then I fell like this, and then he throws himself on the floor, right? And he's like on the floor, and he's like, right? And I couldn't get up, and then, and almost like, God, my son's wife came out to help me, and then the wife is like, I was just in the other room, and I felt like God spoke to me to go into the living room, so I went. There was my floor, and then it's just like she helps him up, and he's like, you know, God came to me and he said that I need to come to you. You know, like we need to like, you know, as is God's will.
Ew.
And then they fuck, and the whole time this is being explained, you just see like the son like with his head like this on the wall, like the whole time in the background.
He's like, someone get me out of here.
Yeah, dude. And then like the documentary guys are like, so this only happened, and then both of them are like, no, it happened a few.
I trip a couple times a week.
Yeah, and the whole time the son's just like hating life in the background, but he won't defy his dad because his dad taught God. He's friends with him on Facebook.
Oh God.
And then like he got caught up almost because like some of the girls in the cult, they were like not legal, and apparently they were like God came to me, told me that I needed to give myself to you. Michael's like, I mean, as is God's will, right? It's like, oh, God, really, really, like with all the shit happening, God is like, yo,
God is a
you
real
need
team
to.
player.
God's like, you need to smash,
He's the biggest wingman.
True.
right?
Um,
And then like they to him, he's like, no, I didn't do anything. We were just laying down in the bed naked. That's all. You know, I was going to, but then God told me probably not a good idea. Like the whole time you're like, God,
God.
you needed God to tell you that. Yeah, that wasn't a common thing. And then the documentary guy's like, he's Michael's like, um, I provide a service. You know, it's like what happened there wasn't anything different than what a doctor does when he does one of the pap smears. You know, it's the same thing. And the guy's like,
Not
the guy's like,
really.
you you think what doctor does and what you do all the same thing? And then he's like, yeah, we do the same. I mean, it's practically the same thing. What's the difference? If what I'm doing is perverse, then what they're doing is perverse too. And I'm like, yo, dude, not only does he believe that shit, but like all the people around him believe that shit.
The cognitive dissonance.
He's
Yes.
what what's his name? Tiger King wanted like his zoo to be, I think.
Doc Antle or
No,
Exotic?
Exotic. He wanted to make himself feel like this, and then, but everyone around them like didn't fall for his trap. Like they knew
Yeah,
they knew he was shit.
they were like, yeah, we're not gay, we're just in it for the meth.
Yeah. So they played him.
Yes.
Dang.
That's why, like, imagine like again back to like the shattering of your reality. It's like Joe's perception for in his head was one thing, but everything going around him was not that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it it just blows my mind how like how into himself he like he was so like lost in himself trying to be who he wanted to be that he paid little to no attention to everything around him. And I think that ultimately is what really like caused them to. It was his downfall because he was so fixated on that fucking bitch Carol Baskin that his hate for her blinded him of everything that was going on.
That's crazy. I don't know if I could ever put like my whole life into one thing. Like it's too much energy. I'm like a multitasker. I gotta like spread my like a sprinkler my energy into multiple stuff.
Yeah.
But like
He sprinkled it into all his
yeah, he got the
tigers
hose and went
plus
like
John.
that.
No, he sprinkled it to all the tigers and John Travis. Sprinkled it onto them too.
He, like you, was a man of culture as well.
Yes. And he had 5 husbands.
He had
He had like
5?
5 guys. Yeah.
At one
So
point.
I was watching
Wait,
like an
wasn't it just
after thing.
Travis and John?
Nope.
I don't know.
It was 2 dudes before that.
The
Yeah,
plot thickens.
It was 2 dudes before John,
yeah.
and then Travis, and then when Travis died, and then John, like hooked up with the secretary, then Exotic like hooked up with some other fool. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one he's
That's
still
the
with
that's
now.
that's the guy he's currently married with. But this is how editing and storytelling really like reality,
Hmm.
because they made it seem like Travis died and Joe was like destroyed for a year. Like he was just like every day he was falling apart, couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
And then he found this guy. He went on a date. A couple months later, they married.
Oh, right.
But
That new
no,
guy. I forgot
but
about him.
yeah, but what actually happened? Travis died, and 2 months later, and I was like,
Yup.
you. They showed videos of like so exotic, like going like to a zoo, crying, talking to Travis, and like some of the employees were like, "Yeah, it's bullshit, it's bullshit,"
Mm-hmm.
but it looked genuine. But then that's when they were like, "Yeah, 2 months later he got married." I was like, "That's that's sketchy."
That is sketchy. Have you guys seen the new episode they added of the Tiger King? Like the
The Zoom
reunion?
call?
Yeah, the Zoom call.
No,
No,
I
No?
have not.
Okay, then I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
But
I I
they spill some tea in there.
I heard that it was mainly like it wasn't like exciting like the documentary was. It was just kind
Nah,
of
it's like the reunion,
like
like after all the like reality shows when they bring everyone back together. It's basically that.
that's when you find out like all of Joe Exotic's employees hated him. Like nobody
Yeah,
liked him.
exactly.
But
Like,
the documentary makes it seem like they were like cool with him up until the end,
mhm.
and they were like, "Nah."
Not to spill
I've seen,
tea, but that was exactly what they said.
I saw like someone like people were recapping like stuff like other YouTubers that I was watching.
Hmm.
Uh, but they were like it was pretty like dry. It was kind of like you just sat through people.
Yeah, it was
As
quick
weird as
and to
that
the
may
point.
sound,
It was quick and to the point, and they did answer some stuff that were like, "Oh, now like that makes sense," or like, "Oh, like okay, it brings it all back together."
and then just recently, Carol Baskin fooled doing an interview with jabronis on YouTube. Like,
Oh, that's right. That they bamboozled her into thinking that she was doing an interview with Jimmy Fallon, right?
yep,
Oh, I still have to catch up on that.
I
But
did
do
not see that.
but do you know what happened?
it just happened like today or yesterday at
Yeah,
the time
yeah.
of
Or what? I
It
didn't
was
see
very
that.
recent.
I haven't watched it, but I saw that by that young TMZ.
Let me
Ah,
see.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah, yeah.
let me
I
read.
wonder I
yeah, we
wonder
have technology.
what kind of tea she spills.
Kill
She's like,
bangs.
yeah, I don't I wouldn't know how to kill a man unless like the tigers won't eat them. You gotta put on some sardine oil, some tuna oil. You know, that's how you get them. That's how you get them going. Not that I would know.
Not that I will know. That's crazy how someone can like incriminate themselves so much and like no one does anything about it.
Okay,
They
so
should.
so what happened? It was just a prank. It wasn't like they were trying to um it wasn't like they were just messing with her. It wasn't like anything serious. They were just like hey, you're gonna be interviewed by Jimmy Fallon, and then and this article that I found, it says that she was suspicious, like as they were asking her questions, but it turned out to be a fun prank. That's paraphrasing what she said.
Mm.
So TMZ was just clickbaiting.
It seems that way, yeah. Yeah, 'cause the CNN article I found, it just says Carol Baskin responds to YouTube pranksters tricking her. And then the other headline I saw seemed like a lot more like she was almost like incriminating herself, like she did an interview and she like fucked up because she said other things that she wasn't supposed to. That's the headline I read. And it was just like a little screenshot on Instagram that I saw. That's why I was like, what? But now it all makes sense. It's all cleared up. It's just they played a prank on her.
Interesting.
But aren't they going after her now?
That's what I
Yeah,
heard after the
they
Netflix.
they had reopened the investigation.
I mean,
Yeah.
But I mean,
what are they gonna
it's the type
find?
of thing. I don't know. They would have to
So
like the thing is like in real life, these investigations take years.
Yeah.
It's not like next week they're gonna like it take a long ass time. They would need warrants if they wanted to really like, look into her zoo and look under the tanks. I mean, if she was eaten by the tiger and the tiger shitted it out, Who knows if the tiger's even still alive? You know, where's the poop? There's a lot of factors that it's like at this
A lot
point
of
there would even be evidence.
Yeah, that's what I
mm,
was thinking. Like, let's say if she did allegedly kill him, right? Um, there were the theory is that she fed him to the tigers through a meat grinder, right?
that, or that the she has him buried in that septum tank.
Right. So they can either go after that tank, right? And I mean, they could have already moved it if he was in there, right? They could have already moved the body. And with the other, the feeding him to the tigers theory, it's like, well, like the meat grinder has been through so much meat. I mean, if they still have that meat grinder, so they're not gonna find DNA there. Like poop DNA, I'm pretty sure it doesn't stick around for that long.
Okay.
Um,
That tiger is
Um,
probably not
th-
even here anymore.
so it's like,
yeah,
yeah,
who
like
knows
they're
if the
just,
tiger's even alive?
yeah.
Yeah.
So like, what are they gonna go after? Like, you know?
True. Yeah.
If
True.
he's not under that, if he's under that tank, I don't think they're gonna find him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. She's the OJ of our generation because she did it, but they're never gonna find out.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Oof.
All right. Would you guys feed someone you killed to your dogs?
They wouldn't pass the.
Just have Mono like,
That's a little ass dog.
okay, penguin can eat a lot.
Yeah,
He can
and
eat.
like he can probably finish a person in like 6 months.
There, I don't have to feed him for the whole time. He could just be munching.
Yeah, I mean,
Dirty.
who knows? I don't know. I
And
think they're just going after like nothing at this point. If they
True.
reopen the case, it's like I don't think anything is gonna be there anymore.
Yeah, she got away. So what we have to
right.
do is like bait her into like either admitting it or like try to get her to like get in trouble for something else or like get her zoo or her sanctuary like at least from her.
At this point, the only thing that would probably incriminate her is if there was any kind of paperwork, um, or her straight up just confession.
Yeah.
Because since she hasn't been tried or anything, if she were to say, "Yeah, I killed him," they can support. They can
Mhm.
arrest her with that.
Well,
Even
see
if
we
it was even if it was like just like around, uh,
it's
it
still
would just
something.
be chalked. It would just be chalked up as a false confession, but they would still arrest
See, so we just gotta bait her in,
I don't think
that.
she'll
Or
do
if
it
they
though.
if
get her
yeah
drunk, give her some of her like hippie juice, her green
that
like
I mean that what Yuli is posing is not really illegal as long as it's not someone from law enforcement doing it.
there you go. See, I'll do it.
If you I was gonna say if Yuli goes over there, gets her drunk,
Yeah.
and gets her to spill her tea, then it's all good. And I don't think it's illegal to record somebody in Florida.
Well, look,
Like
I make we make her come over to the Better
no,
Things to Do channel.
no, well, remotely, correct?
Yeah. Oh, on the
Well,
Zoom call.
actually, no. You have to Florida.
I have to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll be like, hey, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna play Never Have I Ever. So then I'm gonna be, oh, never have I ever fed my tiger, my husband, and then just have her answer, and then she's gonna be like,
And what if she's
well,
like, I never have either? There goes your
but
plan.
what if she doesn't know how to play the game and she's like, I have, because I've never. But then I was like, no, you gotta say never that you never, not I have, and then confess.
I um. Does she
Like,
know she's being recorded? First of all,
Yeah, I'm gonna have a GoPro in my pants.
no. But does she know that? Because the thing is, here in California, it's illegal to record somebody without their.
They make everything illegal here.
So that's what I mean. If you wanted to record her without her knowing, you would have to go to Florida because I don't think it's illegal.
Okay, so like I take it to her. All right, Baskin, we're
It's
gonna do a sanctuary tour for my YouTube channel,
okay.
and
There you go.
then
Now you're
so
thinking.
then so then because Shane Dawson in his like document series he was doing for the makeup thing. Oh no, I think it was for the Jake Paul one. She was like, all right, we're gonna cut now for the show, whatever, and he pretended to cut, but the camera guy kept recording and everything. Like no one pressed any charges, so he was technically. He said he wasn't recording, but he was still recording. So I'll just do that. So I'll be like, all right, cameraman, follow me. And then so Jack's like recording us. And then I'll be like, all right, stop recording. Go down. And then I'm just talking like, all right, Baskin. Real talk.
Well, we're gonna after when we come back to Cali, I'm gonna be like, yeah, guys, I forgot the SD cards. I didn't record
Yeah.
any of that.
Or I couldn't get the sound to work. But yeah, look, I'll be like, all
Or
right.
what if you just like I think there's an easier way to do what you want to do.
How?
But I think that's with most of your plans. There's an easier way to do whatever it is that you want to do. Why don't you just Donald Trump them?
Ooh,
Like when Donald Trump was like, grabbed a random pussy, right? It was the TV host with his mic still on, and they were having a private conversation in the bus.
Yeah. So
Easy.
we
All
weren't
you have to do is
recording.
just have your mic on. You guys go like, all right, we're done recording. Let's go to our dressing rooms, and it's just you two, the two girls having spilling tea. Easy.
Look at it.
You don't even have to worry about anybody. No, she won't see anybody else. There's no cameras, no nothing. It's just you two.
See, that's where we keep you around. So then I'm like, hey, Baskin, like real talk, like one G to one G, like, did you do it? And then she's like, and I'm like, and then jokingly she's like, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I didn't do it, and that's how I'm like, got him, and then I run out of there, and I got the tape.
And then you're gonna run out of the bus, and there's gonna be tigers waiting for you.
She sends her tigers, just tigers
That's
coming after
exactly
me.
what I was gonna say. She's just like, she just opens the doors. They go chasing you,
What?
and then they're gonna be like, popular YouTuber Ulysses Rivera goes missing in Florida after a tour of Carol Baskin Zoo.
But look it. Now they have to, because how did I just randomly disappear?
Unless she feeds you to the tigers, and there goes your literally.
I mean, I'm gonna be gone. If I'm like gone in her thing, and there's already a whole rumor about her feeding her tigers, now they're gonna have more suspicion to like, all right, where's your tiger, Baskin? If we know this person was at your sanctuary, he's missing now out of nowhere after being like documented that he was gonna be here, and now he's gone. All right, I think that's enough proof in my book to at least warrant a search for me.
So you would risk dying to get Carol Baskins in jail?
Hey
Yes,
man,
sir.
if you believe in finding the truth at all costs.
Truth and
You're
nothing
like,
but the truth.
I like how Yuli's like, look, it's easy. I just get killed. They feed me to the tigers. You guys hit them up after 24 or 48 hours, however long it has to be to look for somebody. I forget how long you're supposed to like wait for making a missing person report.
Yeah.
Depends on the state.
Unless in Florida, if it's like, oh, they have to be gone like a month in order for us to search, we'll be like, yo, dude, we gotta call Yuli.
That's not enough time. Okay, no, look. So tigers, so cats, the way they eat, they don't chew. Their tongue has like little things. So they literally just lick everything. So I'll just like slime me up in oil. So then when he like swallows me, I just like go in his stomach and I don't get chewed or swallowed. So then I can be processed out and like and maybe I don't know like the digestive tract or of tigers and stuff.
Wait. I have a question.
Hold up.
I have a question.
What?
What do tigers look like?
Like cats.
Like it's like those slithery things with no legs, like they're like.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
but I'm saying
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
won't.
Wait. Okay.
Steve Irwin, can
The,
you enlighten us on how tigers
describe
eat?
tigers. Describe
Okay,
tigers. Okay.
so tigers are just really big cats.
Okay.
Cats
Okay.
don't chew their food
Wait. What do they have? Okay, so describe them.
in their
I want
tongue.
physically. I want you to
Uh,
describe a tiger.
okay.
No,
Uh,
don't draw them. Don't look
No,
them
no,
up.
no, don't
Don't
look
draw
at
them.
it.
Don't
Don't
look
look
it
it
up.
up.
I
no,
want
I'm
you
just
We see
finding the
you.
word
No,
of
no, no, no.
what. Fine. Okay. So look at a
Just
tiger.
describe a tiger. Okay.
It's a
describe a
really,
tiger.
it's a really big cat, right?
Okay.
Am I right there?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I have a cat, a little cat.
Okay. You have a little cat.
Uh-huh.
Cats don't chew their food. They have like little erasers in their tongue, and they lick their food up like this.
Okay.
Right? That's how they get the meat to come off. Because when they lick, their tongues have little spikes, so it pulls everything.
Okay.
And it just like rips them off. So if a small cat does that, a big cat does that.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna like slither me up in like oil, baby oil, all over my body. And then the whole time I'm like with Carol Baskin, I'm like, yeah, I'm in Florida. It's really hot. It's really sweaty. That's why I look like shiny and glimmering right now. No
Okay.
baby oil, trust me. It's just
I have a question because there might be a flaw in your plan. Okay.
okay.
Maybe.
Okay. So let me just
We're gonna walk through this. There might
okay.
be a, a roadblock in your plan. Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
so
So
then so now
so
I'm lathered up in baby oil just like the rock, I'm just out there.
wait, hold on, because you're going way too far. Okay. Okay.
So where'd you guys get lost?
Okay. So a cat, right?
Cat.
A cat,
Yeah.
big cat. Okay. So a
Yeah.
tiger is a big giant cat. Okay.
Right.
Like 200 pounds,
Uh-huh.
300 pounds. Okay.
Uh-huh.
What do they have? Okay. So how big do you think their jaws expand?
So maybe
Okay. Now,
okay.
Okay.
can you put that next to your head? Okay. Cool.
Okay.
So okay, cool. So your head fits.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Okay. So now, what is the distance between one shoulder and the other compared to your head? It's about 3 heads, right?
Okay, look, you guys are thinking that the cat is not big enough, but I'm gonna request Baskin to like, all right, if you're gonna take me out to your biggest cat, so get me a liger.
Okay. But
Look at the
okay,
liger
okay,
is a
okay,
mix of a tiger and a liger, right? So
okay,
it literally doubles the size of that. So their mouth now,
okay. But here, this might be the flaw in your plan. Okay.
right?
When you feed a tiger, you usually feed them in chunks, right? So they can do what you describe as using the little razors in their tongue to scoop up their food, right?
Okay.
They will not be able to swallow you whole because you
They
are
need
a whole human, right?
they need to make you into chunk.
So those canines, those fangs, they're gonna go to work. They're gonna put in some work, and
Uh,
they're gonna make you shredded Yuli, okay?
now look, okay. So
And
this is
then once you're about yay big, then they will swallow you.
okay. So I will fast for like the whole month, so I'm really slim and thick, right? But still covered in. I think you guys are missing the baby oil part. The baby oil part is going to be where the tongue can like fully grasp onto my skin because it's going to be all lathered, right? And it's slippery. It's not going to be able to think. So I'm just going to like slither in. Have you seen like Pinocchio when he goes into the whale and he's like still
Oh,
alive in the whale because he's. Why are you guys laughing? Right, so he's in the whale. He's not dead. He's just like he's just been swallowed whole in the stomach. So he's literally in the stomach there alive. So now I'm getting in the tiger, the liger now. I'm a top basket. Let me get the liger. It's bigger since you guys said it was too small for me. I'll get the big one, maybe even the albino one. Those are usually rare and a little. So if I'm going out with a bang. So give me a white albino liger, preferably female, because then when they're pregnant, they have like more surface area in their bellies. Oh,
Two,
wait.
two, wait. Fundamental.
Yes.
Well, one's an well, actually, they're both technically observations. One, the Pinocchio anecdote that you so eloquently described.
Okay.
Pinocchio was like, what, maybe yay big, right? Last time I checked, whales and tigers were not the same size. So you have a much bigger animal eating a much smaller object. Now, in your case, imagine Pinocchio with an extra, 250 on it, right? And then you take that whale and like take half of the whale's jaw, and that's your tiger. The proportions are just slightly off. Two, if for whatever reason you happen to make it into the stomach with your baby oil, what is it like Ace Ventura? You got like some whole cabin in there, and then you're just like gonna poke through its butthole and be like,
That's how I'm getting out. If he can do it, I can do it. All right, look it. Jack, I sent you a picture on Facebook. Put that out for the audience so just they could get a comparison.
Okay.
Okay. Did you get it?
I'm still waiting for the image.
Can I just drag this? I can't. Okay, watch. So I'm gonna send you a picture of a liger, a pregnant one, just so you can get a picture of what I'm seeing in my head. Right? So now, I'll send it to you also, Noah, just so you could get a picture too. All right, so now, so put that up for the people.
Okay, give me a second.
Okay, so look at baby oil. I'm all lathered. Pinocchio. I'm Pinocchio slash Ace Ventura when gets out of the rhino, and he's like, ugh. And then that family's like, oh, and they're like recording. That's such a good movie. Real quick, a little side. Okay, never mind.
Okay, I see like where you are misguided. Okay?
Okay.
So you say the jaw is maybe like about yay big, right? Okay. And you're about yay big, right?
If
Okay.
comparing, look, I
Okay.
actually think I'm the same size.
Wait. Okay. So you are forgetting that the throat maybe expands about yay big. So
For
you're
humans.
no for this animal that I'm seeing on the screen that everyone else is watching. I have a feeling you don't know how cats work. And
I got one. I've seen this cat swallow a whole ass like rat. Oh, that yay! So now, if the comparison from the little cat, my cat, maybe this big, and then like a big ass rat that big. So now, square it, right, and then exponentially get bigger. So now, tiger. Look at that picture.
Okay, wait. Here's another maybe flaw that I don't think you realized. A rat's anatomy does not equal Yuli's anatomy. Now, the way rats work, wait. The way rats work is you have a rat that's like this thick, but because of the way they're composed, they can squeeze through a hole that's like this small.
That's what I'm saying. So
they
look
can
at.
squeeze. You can.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna fast like 2 months before, so I'm gonna get really slim. Plus the baby oil, and then if I just like suck it in and just try to get as like pencil thin as possible.
okay, let's assume your plan works. Okay.
Okay.
Let's assume you make it into this liger's stomach. Okay. What's your line of defense for the acid in the stomach that's gonna try to break you down?
All right. So now, I'm not thought that through.
So you're
Okay.
gonna find yourself-
I got it. So look. I eat a bunch of Tums right before.
A bunch of what?
Tums, the little peptide things, Tums for your stomach.
Oh my god.
And then I just drink a bunch of Alka-Seltzers, right? So when I'm in the stomach, I get really burpy, and I get really gassy, and I can't burp on command.
You can't burp. That right there kills the entire plan.
I'm dead.
The entire plan is done. It's done. You can't burp. You don't know how to burp. You're gonna find yourself you're gonna squeeze your way through into this tiger's stomach, and then be like, all right, next step. I just gotta burp.
I just gotta burp.
Okay, look, listen. This is now that's too way deep into your plan. Now let me play you how this is really gonna go down. Okay, you're gonna be face to face to this liger, and it's gonna see you as food. It's gonna, which is that's your plan, right? To be seen as food because you want to be ingested. Okay, it's gonna realize you're alive, and it's probably gonna grab you by the neck, and it's gonna swing you around until you no longer have a pulse in you. Okay? After that, after you're out cold, it's probably gonna be like, nah, this slim thick big booty Yuli is a way too slim thick. Let me shred it. Let me shred it limb by limb so I can swallow each limb. Okay? At that point, it doesn't matter because you're dead.
Well,
see, if Carol Baskins had like an anaconda farm,
yes, then
her plan
maybe
would work perfectly. You know, just hold your breath in. The anaconda will start swallowing you whole, right? And then once you're in there, you drink your Alka-Seltzer and then realize you can't burp.
Still there. Look, because with that, I will burp. So now the snake or the tiger starts getting burpy and it burps me out. And I could have been like, this bitch fed me to the motherfucking snake. Arrest her.
What if it's a private where there's nobody else around?
Well, that's where I have all the. That's why I have the secret recording.
So you're wired at this point.
I've been wired. I've been wired since I signed up to come to the sanctuary. And now I'm here.
But then wait, okay, so then you're gonna be oiled up with your clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Would you not want to be naked, oiled up, so you can get the full?
Well, yeah, that's like.
But then
okay, I guess skin color like wire. They have those, the clear ones.
And where's the receiver gonna be? In your bow?
We gotta keep it somewhere. No, we can't see nothing.
See, I like Yuli's a team player.
I'm here. I want to take it down. That's all I care about.
Look, I feel we're on the same page. It's just how you want to do it may not be the most effective way.
Maybe.
That's the only thing I'm hearing right now. Anyone got any ideas? I haven't heard anyone else.
You can literally just have a conversation with your mic on.
Like, it's not fun. How are the cops going to be interested in like trying to come? Imagine if you hear a cop like, "Yo, someone just got fed by a tiger and they survived because the tiger burped them out." I will go respond. I will drive over there fast.
They're like the ligers like lying down, like huge ass stomach, and then they're like the reporter's like, "We're here. We're brought to you live. We Ulysses Rivera. He was eaten alive by a liger. Give us some words." And then like they just put like the mic next to like the stomach and just be like, "Yeah, this here. It's been a couple days. The acid's got a little fat. It's got a burning, but really good stuff. And Tony 2012." Right? It's like nobody's gonna, you can't cut yourself out or anything.
Did you say Coney 2012?
You did.
Whatever happened to him?
I don't know why I caught that.
I thought I was kind of hoping you did it. So it would just be like posting on YouTube, and then like someone goes, "Did he say Coney 20?"
Shit. Okay. Oh.
See, Coney 2012 feels like a Tiger King kind of deal. But
Yeah.
I don't think I personally know enough about it, and I might go check because I heard it was a big deal.
It was.
And then it turns out it wasn't.
Yeah.
So I
But
don't
then,
know.
but then the meltdown of the guy like was even better.
But I feel like from what I know of Coney 2012, it's no different than a lot of the shit that was going on in that area to begin with. Like, what made Coney
Yeah.
any different?
It was just like the whole the
It's just whoever
meme.
they happen to pick.
Nah, it was just because it memed, and then like when someone memes something, they meme it hard. So then everyone's like, "What is this? What is this? What is this?" I keep seeing
Memes
everywhere.
are like wildfire.
Mhm.
So if I just went up to like some Ugandan dictator and was like Ugandan dictator 2020, and then just made like a cool poster for it, it would go off.
I mean, you could try. It's been done already,
It'll
so I
be
don't know if people will
it'll
fall
be
for it this
trending.
time.
It'll be trending. Or not this time. Like the population just all of a sudden gets a lot smarter and doesn't catch on to what's going on. I
Well,
mean,
then that's
there's even
why.
there's a new kind of pyramid scheme going on. Have you seen that shit?
Which one?
What?
Oh, what's that shit called? It's like a bunch of pyramids put together to make like a circle. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not shaped like a pyramid anymore.
You
Yeah.
threw me the.
Um.
You just threw me off.
Let me.
I'm trying to
It's
picture this turning into a circle, and I'm just like,
it's like it starts with an S or some shit, like loom or something.
hmm.
Like they started doing it like right now, while the whole coronavirus thing is uh is blowing up. Coronavirus is blessing loom is the name of it.
Blessing Loom?
Yeah, the Ponzi scheme has been especially prevalent in Utah. Well, I mean, you know what I was gonna. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say, but that seems to be the new. So you can expect most of our high school graduates to start hitting us up with Blessing Loom. So most of our class probably expecting some of that.
There's someone on Twitter who kind of explains it.
I'm not entirely sure how it works, but it's kind of a scheme
Oh, this one?
pyramid.
It's not a pyramid. But, like they make the pyramid
Yeah,
into
that
a.
one, that one, that one.
It's not a
Yeah,
pyramid scheme.
Blessing Loom. I remember seeing that, but I haven't done much research into it.
Hmm.
But whatever it is, I'm pretty sure it doesn't sound too.
Interesting. Yeah.
Doesn't sound
Oh,
too good. Some of that. Don't do any work. All you have to do is get people pay you, then you
mhm.
pay us, and then we give you a beamer.
I think that's what Geo almost got me into because
Oh,
if you remember that, I don't know if I told you guys.
I don't know. I've had multiple offers, I guess you can call it.
All right.
Uh, I've had multiple to the point where, like, if someone who I hadn't talked to in years hit me up, I'm already like, no, I'm not interested.
Uh,
I just hit them with that.
because the one
You know,
that Geo made me do, he he's some one day he was just like, hey, but at this point we were close, right? So like it was just like kind of how close we are. So but out of nowhere he was like, hey, I quit my job at because he was working at a jewelry whatever at the mall, K Jewelers or something.
oh, I thought an orange Julius.
He was working at a K
Julius.
Jewelers, and then he quit, and then he started working like somewhere, and I didn't know yet. But he was like, "Hey, I need you to come to my work tomorrow because I need to like pretend, or I need you to give me what's it called? Like make me look good, a reference. Like I need a reference, pretty much." So then I was like, "Sure, like I don't have school tomorrow, so like I'll go help you." So then I go, And the way he explains it is like, yeah, just like tell me like how good I am, tell me like I'm worthy, all this blah blah blah. Just make me look good. I was like, sure, like
Help me
I got
prove
you, Gio.
myself.
Yeah, pretty much. And I was like, all right, I'll prove yourself to him because I was gonna talk to his boss. So I was telling him like, what is this? Like, oh yeah, it's like a financial office. Like we get people to come in and we just help them improve their finances and stuff. I was like, interesting. Okay. I was like, how'd you get it? It was like, oh, my cousin works here. He got me into it. It's like, but yeah, bro, like this place is gonna be balling. Like you see that car over there, and there was a Porsche, like the 911s, but like all decked out, and it was nice. And then there's like a bunch of Teslas all in the parking lot, and then I came in, I brought Gio in my little Ford Fiesta, and I was like, I do not belong here. But
Not
so
yet.
then, not yet. So then, when I finally meet the boss, so his office was like the whatever you think like a rich white, well the guy was Asian so not white, but like a rich finance dude like office. He had a knight, like a full armor set knight right there. He had a big ass desk, a big ass like leather recliner looking thing, looked like a throne. And over here he had like a bunch of little gizmos and gats and all that goods.
Did
So
you have
just
to
like
address him as Your Highness?
I don't, kind of what it felt like.
No, that guy you addressed him as daddy.
Yeah. So when I went in there, like I was like, okay, I just gotta talk good about Gio, this and that, blah blah blah. So then it turned out to be that the guy wanted, or like the whole thing basically, they did their whole pitch to me, like how they. Oh,
Oh, our boy
oh,
just dipped.
I'll take a pause.
Oh,
There we go.
he's back.
There it is.
That picture.
You left me. I got left on a cliffhanger.
So basically, when I got to finally meet the boss, um, it ended up not being about me having to talk good about Jill. Like the first thing he brought out was like this big old binder thing. He was like, "All right, look, this is what we do. This is how we can help you." And they basically did their whole like pitch, like how they reel in their customers, I guess, and they just did it to me. So I just basically ended up being like a pawn, like being used, and Gio was just there taking notes on like how to like get customers to like buy their whatever their service. So I ended up being used by Gio, and then he was like, "All right, look at it." But the boss was like walking me down the stairs, like, "Yeah, yeah, you see all those cards? Like this could be yours too. Now I'm giving you my number. Here's some business card. After, if you want, like Gio, like talk good about you." And I was like, "Wait, I was here to talk about you. Like, why are you talking about me?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah." Like, so everything just felt like a pyramid scheme. Like they get people to come in, they get them to work to bring regular customers in, and they're like, yeah, you're not gonna get any money, but there's commission on every people you help and all this and that. So like everything just felt scammy. I don't think he's working there anymore. He was working that long, so I think he found out that it was scammy. It was just
Like the
very
first
pyramidy.
the first time I got thrown into it, like I knew what it was, and we were again. It was a similar situation, just having a homie,
Uh-huh.
especially like it was right after high school, and this lady comes. It was and me and two other homies, and this lady comes and she does like this whole pitch, and she leaves, and uh, the first homie's like, "See, so it sounds good, right? Like it's easy money. Like let's do it." And we're me and the other guy are like, "What are we selling?" Like we're selling a bunch of stuff, but like you're supposed to have buy shit, but like what are we
Yeah,
selling?
yeah.
And he's like, dream points. And we're like, what's dream points? What is that? It's for your dream trips. Like, okay, what are dream trips?
Oh,
That sounds so
What are
scammy.
what is dream trips? They're like, he's like, to go, like for your dream trip. Like, what is that?
it was basically like timeshares. It was you Like the guy at the top, since it's a pyramid, right? Since the guy at the top gets two people, right? Whatever sign up money that they get goes towards this person's trip. And then the four people that come under those two, they pay their membership, and then that pays for the trip from the people above, and then the person at the top. So it's basically like buying trips with other people's money.
But at the end,
Yes.
do they end up going to the trips?
Yes,
That's the part I always want to know. Like,
yes,
does it ever like actually come true?
yes, because I knew people that were in it, and they actually did end up going to trips. But it was just kind of like a lot of hassle to try to get people to sign up. And it was kind of like it was a quick cash grab for the people who made the thing, because not everyone is gonna sign up, right? So let's say that they told you like, okay, you need eight people to sign up, like or let's say you need two people, and then four people, and then four two people on the bottom. So it's 8, 12, 16. You need about 16 people to sign up for you to be able to go to your trip. The math was probably really fucking wrong, but let's say 16, right? You need three levels on the pyramid for you to be able to go to your trip, right? But where the people who ran those things profited on is that they knew that this person wasn't going to be able to sign all these people up, because it wasn't a real, it was not a very interesting thing. So they would get at least, let's say, like 5 people to sign up, but they never got to the 16, and they're like, "Oh shit! Like you can't go to the trip. You didn't get your 16. Thank you for your money."
And you can't get your money back. Ah.
Hmm.
See, it was salty, like sketchy from the start when he's like, yeah, yeah, you have to pay them before you for the training, and I was like, if
Yeah,
I'm
if you
able
ever
to
have to pay
make
for it,
money, why
yeah,
would I pay for it? See, this is why college is a scheme, because I have to pay for it.
yeah.
But I was like, so you want us to go to people to sell them dream points on a trip that may or may not happen?
Yeah.
Likely as it won't.
Drink points.
So right away, me and the other dude were like, "I do this is bullshit
Nah.
right out of the gate." The other guy, the one who tried to get us into it, we were explaining it to him, bullshit.
Uh,
And most of the time, the response we got was, "No man, it's a good time, it's easy money, but like, dude, like, sign up 8 people, you get a Beamer. Ooh, that's easy,
The
that's easy,
birth,
bro."
the birth of that meme. It's a good time, easy money.
And you know what's funny is like we try to explain to him,
hmm
we were like, just don't do it. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And he's like, no, no, you're right. A week or two later, he like posts on what maybe Snapchat, like him and some other dude at some like fucking Dream Trips convention or some shit. And I was like, you know what, man? Go get your Dream Trip in your Beamer, which
God.
I'll let you know I do not think I got. But
It's
like to start up, it was like $200, $300 to get
Oh,
in.
I'm not paying more than like maybe 15.
So I'm not paying a damn thing.
Yeah.
it's just basically going on vacation on other people's money.
Huh.
Which I
Eh.
mean, yeah, I would much rather do a timeshare and just pay like month by month, and then like after a year of paying, it's like, okay, you can now, like, cause like for example, like Amalia's grandma, she has a timeshare, and if I understand how they work, it's like, let's say you pay for a year $100, right? So you have $1,200 saved up. Those 1,200 bucks can get you like maybe like a hotel for like 3 nights, and the 3 days and 2 nights at, like, let's say Disneyland, the Disneyland hotel, and then entrance for the park for 2 days, right? Whatever. Um, but if you don't use it after a year, and then you pay another year. Now you have $2,400 saved up. Now this trip can buy you. Now you can get a hotel at Hawaii or whatever. And it's like it's based on a point system, and it's basically like a savings for vacation.
I thought it was to like for a house.
And no, it they have
It's
different
like
ones. They have different ones.
yeah,
It could
the
be for a
ones the one I knew
house, for
the one I knew
hotels.
was like to say like, okay, there's this house in Aspen, Colorado. We have a timeshare. It's like us and like 4 or 5 other like couple,
Yeah.
and we all pay our time or pay, and then like once accumulated a certain amount, we can go like, all right, we want the house from this day to this day this month
Hmm.
because technically you're paying, but over time, I guess some
Yeah.
shit like
Mm.
something like that. But
Yeah,
is it just
there's different ones. It's just like it's just like a savings for vacations. And like certain timeshares, they have perks for being a member of the timeshare. It's like if you rack up your points for like 3 years or whatever, if you don't use your timeshare for like 3 years, then for the fourth one you qualify for like an upgraded hotel suite, or for like if you're going on a cruise for like fucking deluxe this. It's just added perks. It's just for people who like to go on vacations, but they don't want to drop the cash right away. Is how I understand it.
Dang, that's crazy. Like, what if one the business goes out of business and like you paid for nothing.
I I
Two,
I,
what if
th- I think you
what?
get refunded.
Oh, okay. Two, what if you die and now they just keep your money? Like you're waiting, like all right, I'm gonna wait like 10 years, and then that when the
couldn't
10 year comes,
couldn't
that's when I go.
couldn't those in turn be like schemes themselves?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Let's
they're
say
either waiting for you to
I
die.
no, not even that. Let's just say like I was like, all right, well I'm gonna do a timeshare. Y'all just give me money. After a year, you could redeem it.
Mhm,
And I have these people like send me money up until like 11 months,
mhm,
and then at the 11th month, I'm out.
mhm.
That's it. You can't find me anymore. You can't communicate with me.
Yeah,
Just left with everybody's money. And before when it's time to redeem it, 12 months, you can't get a hold of me.
right. See, that's what
Do
I'm
anything
thinking.
now.
Well,
There goes.
That's why
well,
those are scammy too.
well. I don't know, cause her grandma, she's been doing it for like years now, apparently, since they were kids, and that's how they've always gone on vacations.
For sure.
Like they've gone to
So
Orlando, they've gone to Vegas, they've gone to a whole bunch of different places through the timeshare.
what I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
is, if you're not a person or you don't do enough research, you can get bamboozled.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm sure there's legit ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I could open up called the Dream Trips.
bro, let's do it.
Well, I
See, look
can't
at
now because
we
like they're gonna know which one I got.
we think pyramid schemes are bad because we've always been on the bottom tier. See, we got to be at the top.
We'll do a pyramid scheme to Egypt.
Ah,
They won't suspect a thing.
yeah,
The dream trip is to Egypt.
yeah. See,
Not necessarily like the pyramids or anything, just like like wherever Mo Salah is from, we'll send him there.
we take them to a game. Is
But
he
I mean
out?
he doesn't play in Egypt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
He's like in Liverpool.
yeah, yeah.
We we
Well,
we.
whatever like team he played on in Egypt, because I'm sure he did.
Is
Unless he went to
there
like
a
an
national
academy.
team?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, they were in the last World Cup.
Oh, that's right.
But I
Very
don't.
true.
I'm sure there's a league. I'm sure they have a league.
Yeah.
Unless he was like an academy player, like the Dos Santos brothers.
Yeah,
They were in Barca from the start,
true.
born and bred.
Bro,
Yo, that's crazy. Like Messi,
yeah,
that was Barca's baby, like literally since he was a kid.
true.
He probably doesn't even like soccer.
Yeah,
That's just all he knows. He's like a cult.
yeah.
That's all he knows. All he knows is
Ooh,
soccer.
Barca is a cult. Changed my mind.
Ooh,
Coming full circle, dude.
boom,
Dang.
Look at
Well,
boom.
allegedly, they're a cult. Allegedly.
Called alleged.
Fuck. Well, with all that cult talk, I think we will end it here.
So,
Any
you guys
final
want to join?
thoughts?
If you guys want to join our call, make sure to like and subscribe on
Yes,
my
like and
channel.
subscribe for the better things to do cult cast.
We have our Discord, our cult cord.
Yeah, we're
What
just
about a
Discord.
Discult?
Discord. There we go.
this
Yeah,
cult.
yeah,
I'll
that one
keep
sounds a
you.
little. That one's
That's why we
easier.
keep you around.
Yeah, so if you guys wanna follow us, these are our ads: Jay-Z Prods, Big Booty Yuli, a no soul double underscore. Make sure to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell to know when new podcast goes up. We are trying to keep it in a schedule of every Tuesday and Thursday at 12 at noon. So if
Mhm.
you enjoy it, do all of those things, and we'll see you next week. Or no, not next week. This Thursday. I literally just said the schedule, and I'm
Set up.
hey, I'm fucking tired. Fuck it. Here comes the outro.